So we've already spoke a little bit about this person, James Beadle. Could he be coming back or couldn't he? Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking helps the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing let me know you like the channel. Hit that notification bell to let you know when video go live. We've already mentioned that Sheffield Wednesday would like to bring him back. However, I think it could only be a loan because I don't think we've got the money for it. But if you actually look at our goalkeeping department, it is very depleted. As it stands, we will only have Pierce Charles and Jack Hall on the books of our only professional goalkeepers. And it needs to get someone in. And the thing I got is, I've said time and time again, is that I like Beadle a lot, but I rather us try and bring in our own keeper. That's ours instead of a loan kind of thing. Because keeping a keeper's position is that situation where you have to build them up. You have to make sure it's your player. You can't keep having that situation where you loan a keeper in each time. It's got to be someone to build up. And I do think maybe at some point, someone like a Pierce Charles or Jake Hull could be Wednesday's number one at some point. But here's the thing. The thing that got us him in the first place was Sal Bibo. Being a goalkeeping coach. Now, let's just talk about numbers and stats here. Beadle did impressive when he came in. He had 8 clean sheets in 19 championship games. And if you actually look at who made, and if you take away the stops who made only a couple of appearances, only Messer had 44.2%, had a higher clean sheet percentage than on loan goalkeeper, which was Beadle 42.1. That is impressive. That is impressive. He had a very shaky start, but he got into it. Now, we would like to bring him back to the club for another campaign. Now, he has worked his way up through the divisions over the last couple of seasons. He's done League 2, League 1, and Championship. We hope that we could possibly try and persuade him to bring him back, just because of Bibo and Roll. It worked well. But are they looking at him to step up a little bit more than, say, another season in Championship? Maybe they want to put him in, say, a Premier League relegation outfit and see how he does. It'll be interesting to see what we do with it, though. And you got to remember, we already said that we probably want to try and bring back Pareda and Ugbo back on a permanent basis. And I can see Beadle not wanting to part with him. I think they see him as one of their keepers for the future. Even though they said they are willing to let him go out on loan again. Everything changed again. And we don't know what money we're going to be earning with to play with and stuff. So it can be interesting to see how that goes there. But I want to make this clear as well, because some people have got this kind of notion because Danny rules away mean there's nothing going on in a finding players kind of thing. And that's not the case. That's not the case at all. Just because Danny's away with family and enjoying a break doesn't mean there's no work going on behind the scenes to make sure we're in the best position possible for next season to start off well. We have got to put the start we had last season to bed. We could have started really well. And I think under Danny and a good preseason, we can. You've seen what he's done with the players he had at his disposal already. Now, for me, it can be interesting to see. Goalkeeping position is probably, for me, up there being one of the number one positions we probably need to get sorted out big style, because I lock out of how many times we have needed to have a permanent goalkeeper for a while and not done it. We got very lucky with the free transfer of Kieran Westwood, because he stayed, he did well. he could have quite easily left Sheffield Wednesday multiple times to go to different clubs. And that's the thing. He could have left multiple times and didn't. We were very lucky when we got Westwood because he found that he was another one of these players who found a home at Sheffield Wednesday who was happy here. He had a time where he wasn't getting picked by certain managers, but he bided his time and got back in. So, personally, I'd rather buy in a keeper if we're going down that route. And if that's the case, probably buy someone with a bit more experience than Beadle. But Beadle has done well when he come in. It shows you can do it as a youngster on loan and stuff like that. Who says that PHL doesn't have a cracking preseason or Jake Hall doesn't have a cracking preseason? And we bring in a keeper and the keeper we bring in not done great and it's one of the youngsters out of our academy that gets the nod instead. Who knows? It could be interesting. But for me, I really do think goalkeeping position is the position we need to look at more. Flexibility, more people to get in. It's a position that we've notoriously as a club always had long-term keepers, and then once those long-term keepers are gone, taken us a while to go get another long-term keeper. You think to the likes of Pressman, you think to the likes of Westwood, you think of what we did with Bywater. Bywater was a loan, then turned into a permanent, and then Kirtland came in and knocked him out of the picture, and then Kirtland knocked Westwood out of the picture. So it's very interesting to see where we go from here. I like the idea as a loan in theory, but I'd rather bring in our own keeper. Just generally, I'd just rather bring in our own keeper because I think it's a better situation to put you as the club in if you own your keeper. Then you're not got to worry going, oh, they've had an injury crisis at the club, we're going to have to bring him back, and then we're running around trying to find another keeper and go from there. So let's see what happens on this one. Like they said already, we're actively looking at trying to bring Pervader and possibly Ike Ugbo back. You've got contract talk being talked about as well. We know we're probably going to have a couple of loans in this squad, and that's not an issue as long as you can put them all on the pitch. But I also think there's going to be some good free transfers that we're going to get, and I think there's going to be some players who might be little gems that we may have never heard of. But Danny has, or Danny and his team has heard, and they've done the scouting for the last 6 months. So in that sense, you look at it and you go, you know what? There might be someone there. You look at who Cardiff have got in the past, some of the youngsters they've had when Kevin Beadle been there, and how they've actually done really well at recruiting. Maybe we're going down the same route. Let's see. But I will be very interested to see what we do in the goalkeeping position.